My training was only for the games, for the whole year.
If you ask me, I want to win everything.
We wanted to put an Australian team on the podium. It's never been done.
I want to fight to the end and get to the last day of competition.
Come on, you're almost there.
Just a few more sleeps remain before the global CrossFit community will focus their collective attention on the Alliant Energy Center and the 2023 Noble CrossFit Games. It's the most wonderful time of the year, for fans at least. As a community, it's our annual celebration of fitness, a festival disguised as competition. However, for the athletes who will be competing, including the 75 from Mayhem, the lead up to the games can host a mixed bag of emotions, as they're forced to confront the challenges that await them in Madison.
30 seconds, go!
At this festival, they are the show. In training, they have subjected themselves to every challenge that they could dream up. But the dreamers of the biggest show in fitness have a way of exploiting weakness, of pushing boundaries further, of taking athletes beyond their limits. Unlike other sports, the events are revealed at game time or shortly before. And any movement is fair game if it tests capacity, skill, overall athleticism, and grit.
We're going to die in this event to get 29th instead of 30th. You're going to die for every point in this event. In competition, it's a huge strategy to push every event, even when it's your least favorite event and you're just going to suck at it. Well, it doesn't matter. You need those points.
Mayhem's 2023 preparation plan for the looming unknown tests was searching the sport's history for clues of what the near future would likely present. This summer, athletes from around the world have come to Cookeville looking for an edge, an unlock code for their next level, and seeking challenges that will expose them in training while there's still time to fine-tune. They know that training camp at Mayhem is not for the faint of heart. Froning's strategy has always been to outwork the competition in the gym, to inoculate himself and the athletes who last in this environment against the shock delivered by the games. Now, study time is over, and the test will separate the doing from the talking.
You know, after semifinals, the training changes completely.
We're going to do more. More is for sure part of it, but also, so be more is in volume. We're going to do more workouts, but also going to start to get more intense as well. So it's trying to do both at once.
We had a meeting earlier on, and then we've kind of just run with it and kind of modeled a couple of years ago the lead up where I felt I was probably the most prepared and tweaked a couple things.
Can we go back and look at 2019? Like summer of 2019? That was probably it was probably one of the fittest summers I've been.
During the summers, would you always have a weekend where
We always just smash our shit. Like there's no like.
It's not really, by the end of the weekend,
you're just hanging on. Yes, exactly. So you get some volume Monday through Wednesday, and like I said, and then get some intensity on the weekend. Is the way we did it. How easily can you access 19? So go to like this week in June, second week in June, or something like that.
Yeah, we definitely want to throw in those oddball things, but we don't want to mess with the intensity of the workout. So it's more like attached on the end, trying to mess with some of these things that we're not used to seeing in the last couple of years that we've had to kind of, in the last year or two, add into.
We're like, all right, let's go back. Let's go to the gymnastics handbook for CrossFit, fitness 100 words. What does it say there? And Boz references those, so hey, clue in.
This is an L-sit to straddle press to handstand. Like decent in there for fun. Just for Pat.
We are making predictions. We're just using logic based on what we've seen and what's likely to come up. Same thing we've done in open when we predicted an open workout. Just made sense as would probably fit in their piece. So whether it's like the base level, all the way back down to just a ring push-up, or like a roll to support, that's the highest level. We're trying to hit both ends of the spectrum because he may do something like a V-up, right? Or maybe he'll do like a med ball GHD throw.
We are really working hard for them to be ready to face whatever is thrown at them. And that is the part of the training that we are really dialing now.
In 2022, the skill speed medley caught many athletes off guard. In 2023, the Mayhem team is leaving nothing to chance, and and working with specialists in every field to prepare.
We want to go over the L hold variations, and we're going to do some to the handstand, some not. Wall walk with a full turn in it, because last year they did wall walk up into like an elevated spot and then deficit handstand push-up. So maybe another variation of wall walk is coming. Ring forward rolls and strict bar muscle-ups we did those last time, but if you have any questions, we can kind of go over that as well too.
Pamela came in and gave like tutorials on video of like backwards roll support, L sitting, things like that.
More forward, that's gonna raise your feet, so send your hips back. Yeah, see how your heels drop? Bend your knees a little bit, now send your hips this way, other way. Okay. Right, now bring them in a little closer to your body if you can. Yep, squeeze your quads. Squeeze. Yeah, it's off the ground. It was off. It was off. That's, yes. There, that was it.
I wouldn't say I'm strong at it, I wouldn't say I'm weak at it. I just like the skill side of things is all very new to me still.
Do you like the weird stuff?
I like it. Don't know if I'm very good at it, but I like it. Like, it's cool learning new things.
Or I'm gonna drive my heels around the wrist, keeping bent, pulling back in.
You can get so caught up in trying to practice so many of these things, and if you put them in the middle of a workout, you're going to lose the intensity or the purpose of the workout. So I think it's definitely, you need to add those things in there, but not get so caught up in them that you miss the point of the training piece.
Doing Games version of Mayhem Athlete, Army fitness test. What we're doing to make it game style, it could show up. It was on Crossfit.com like a month ago, and they had Ben Smith do a demo video, so we're just playing the game and trying to make educated guesses. .com is right where you're gonna go, and it's showing up, so we're gonna try that out. Our version, it's gonna be 10 hex bar deadlifts heavy, and it's gonna be standing power throw backwards. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 100 yards, 50 yards down, 50 yards back. Guys use a 50-pound, ladies use a 40-pound med ball. And we'll do 50 hand release push-ups once we get back here. Then we'll sled drag backwards, down and back. Then they're gonna do a 2-minute L sit hold, and then 2-mile run. So it's gonna be longer. I mean, if it showed the games, no, it probably won't be exactly this, but it'll get that stimulus of practicing intense power throw backwards with something new. It's still functional. Hand release push-ups, L sit, run, all these combination that could be a chipper style.
It's a lot hot than expected. Dang.
It's hot and muggy.
Look at my shorts.
Just from warm up?
Yeah. 2 laps.
I like it. It's different. We bring stuff out. It's more fun.
All the fun toys this morning. You see that, man? I actually really like it, but the part I don't like is it takes forever to set up. You know?
Over, you like squat down a little more.
Legs.
You're still gonna feel like the tension a lot here, but that chest will be up more. It's almost like you draw that 45-degree angle with your thighs, and then you kind of squat and deadlift out. So this angle's here, right there. So it's just showing what's happened before, what's Boz like in a sense, like what's he like the program, and what's been in CrossFit.com, and what's in fitness in 100 words.
I will not let all my doubts and my fears run a game on my mind, I'm sorry. Baba live on the dashboard of my vehicles, angel armies and a Harley. If they coming for me, then it's Harley. Been a son, been a target. Pain gave me a voice. God made me an artist. Heart on my sleeve and it's been that way. I'm okay. Born in December, this world been cold. My pain been the icing on cakes. How far can he go? In January, wave the white flag until I am gone on my mama. I'm free as my soul. How can I go tit for tat? Find out I tip and I toe.
Our athletes here at Mayhem have been, facing different challenges, especially outdoor or things with other objects that we don't see so much in semifinals. But for sure, there is a difference on the training, there's a difference on the stimuli, and there's a difference on the volume that they're dealing with.
Tell them hold on, cause the dream got me hostage. Tell them hold on, cause the dream got me hostage. Tell them hold on, cause prayers got me hostage. Tell them hold on, cause God got me.
So bad. And it's so hot.
I was like sunscreen in my eyes and mouth the whole time, like just drenched.
It's really, really hot. It's a good practice for games, but it's awful. Awful hot.
This is legit one of the hardest workout I've done, I think. It's legit one of the hardest workout I've done.
Yeah. Did that feel like a games workout?
Oh yeah, definitely. It should be at the games.
That was really hard. Hard for them. I think it was actually harder than what it'd be at the games. It's a good training piece for sure.
Really good test.
Like if it did come at the games, I think it'd be like It's 6, 7 implements. They're all functional, so like I think it'd be a cool test of the games if they did do it. The problem you workout where it's a new movement, you have to learn it and warm up and then try it in the workout. So like where it's the power throw, or you're adjusting on the L-sit even though we practice that. So you gotta find your rhythm in the workout, try to get efficient quick, and then stick with it through. So you adjusting in the workout like with your power throws is good. Even if you don't start out, like find what works and then roll with it. Same thing with L-sit. This workout I think is good stimulus training for what North Park will be like, how the heat really like, it just lowers your ceiling for how fast you can go. So in a workout like this, you gotta think about, you have to push your threshold, but you can't go beyond that because once you do, your heart rate's out of control and just, you're gonna bonk on the run. So everyone did actually really well for your running pace. Everyone was almost like, some a little bit faster than 8 minutes, but like stay within that mid to low 8 minute range, which was sustainable with 2 miles, which is good. And then manage the heat through that. It's a faster workout. There's only 3 parts, so with the running in between, but the carry, sled, burpee, broad jump is really gonna end up being like a practice of fast burpee broad jumps for distance. That's gonna be the real purpose, under fatigue for like a race.
The dream been big, my guy been bigger. They went their way, I went gorilla. Beyond they box, where that go figures. I know one thing, I know no limit. Gave this gift to the gift giver. He gave me a chance and it kept on giving. Chase this dream, how am I die trying? In my trying, I made me a I can't hold a grudge, only conversations. All my deepest convictions brought congratulations. Music kept me from the streets, still I stomped the pavement. Wear my heart all on my sleeve, but still no fabricated. God, we made it.
Nice job.
The burpee broad jumps were just like a grind. So that was the hard part.
You like these track days?
Yeah, it's different, it's hard. It's nice to be out of the gym though.
Later in the afternoon, inside the walls of CrossFit Mayhem, more challenges await. The daily grind for these athletes can feel like a hot, painful version of Groundhog Day, where the work is never done. But with the CrossFit Games just around the corner, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
1,000-meter bike erg. Then it goes 9 rope climbs, 1,000-meter bike erg, 7 rope climbs, 1,000-meter bike erg, 5 rope climbs. If and when they break, they have to do a 500-meter bike erg penalty. The idea though is they're going all the way up 15 foot, they're coming down. They're using like basically right before the ground. They have to go straight back up. If you break it all, then you have that penalty. So it's trying to force you to do unbroken rope climbs. So if they came back with a twist on an event from, it's actually been 10 years, so it's not about that. So 2013, 10-year repeat, but with a twist on it. So what could they repeat in the biathlon style with making you go unbroken? That's not muscle ups.
So for these guys, it's getting to August, whatever, 7th or 8th, and just being ready to mentally check out for a little bit, because it's a grind. And the games is a grind, but the lead up to the games, the last 6 weeks, is really what takes its toll on you, I think, emotionally. Physically, yeah, for sure, but the emotional combined with the physical toll, it's hard to put in perspective for anybody who's never trained for anything like that. It takes a toll on just about everything in your life. It's tough. It's fun, but it's tough.
That's a huge rope climb workout. Like it's pumpy. Pump session.
In the team division, it's a new era at CrossFit Mayhem. But with 2 familiar faces captaining their own teams, the legacy carries forward. Australia's CrossFit Mayhem traveled to Cookville to acclimate amongst frenemies, and to put the finishing touches on their games preparation alongside the local games team, CrossFit Mayhem Independence. In the final full weekend of training before the big show, nothing is off the table.
Simulation weekend with Torian. Game style events with intensity versus a team that should be based on, everything leading up, a team that we should be competitive with. 10 seconds.
There's a lot that comes out of actually simulating competitions versus training, doing 4-time pieces instead of interval pieces. and doing stuff that have shown up at the games and stuff that we think probably will.
We follow, obviously, Mayhem Athlete while we're in Australia, and there's no better place, I think, to prep for the games than to be here in this facility around all of these athletes and, you know, learn off the best people in the world.
Seem to thrive in workouts where all 4 team members are working in unison. I think that's definitely a strength of ours. So things like the bob and the worm and all those sorts of movements where we come together as one unit, we seem to do quite well at.
All the way, keep going. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff with the bob push and the sled and even the worm. It's just like, I guess, my cup of tea for, I don't know, like an event. I just like that kind of stuff.
All the way through. Never mind, that's good. Stop.
Good, good.
For our team, the strongman stuff isn't too bad. Sometimes I feel like I suffer a little bit more on it just because I am the littlest athlete on the team. But it felt pretty good. Like heart rate was up a little bit, I think because we're still recovering from jet lag. But yeah, pretty good.
The first half was better than the second half though. My grip was just lit up.
It was just all the push. The whole workout was a push. The lunge wasn't hard. The run was fine. I mean, I was tired from the push, but it was just the push.
I can't even bring myself to do it. No. I'm gonna wait. I just felt the overwhelming gravitational force of that yoke and I was like, no.
I think I'm gonna have a heat stroke. It's so wet. It is so freaking wet in here. It is miserable.
To anyone witnessing the synchronicity and chemistry of both these teams, it's hard to believe 2023 is their first season training as a unit.
Swanee had floated the idea of going team like almost as a joke last year, but we were like, but for real, there is a bit of a power vacuum on the team side. We should think about putting together a super serious team. And then Marnie was just our natural pick because she'd been on a team 2 times the last 2 years and come 6th both times. So a really successful athlete on the team side. So we thought, let's put together this super team and get after it.
When Sam and Zoe moved here, I knew Zoe had been on a team the year prior. Zoe and I kind of talked for a little while about it. Didn't ask anybody else for a long time, probably like a month. You just had mentioned that Sam would probably do it. Then we were on the phone one day and Sam said he would do it. Like I wasn't gonna go to Wadapalooza, but I wasn't 100% sure if Kyra was in or not, so I was there recruiting. It was like 2 weeks after Wadapalooza, it was like finalized. Yeah. We knew for sure that she was gonna be on our team. Yeah, that's definitely me.
Oh, with the men's part too.
Does the height discrepancy cause any problems?
We were pretty good with 45 pounds, so.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We were pretty good with 45 pounds, so I don't think 600 will be an issue.
Hey, WWRD, Woodridge Strip.
He would win the event.
He'd guide it down.
He would do what he had to do to win the event, probably.
Limitless.
We did 60 GHDs and then into 12 wall walks really fast. I felt like it was pretty much a wash and everyone started at the same time on the second part.
Got 12 calories, thought I was done, sat behind the bike just dying, and his seat started going down.
Kyra, get back on, the seat's dropped.
And then he just looked at me, he was like, you're in. I was like, no.
We get the elation of hunting them down the second half, so someone has to suck eggs for the other half to get the prestige.
They were going unbroken on the deadlift too, which I don't know how. I couldn't do it. I tried. I couldn't do it.
Maybe we weren't meant to do unbroken deadlifts, but we did because we could see that we were creeping up on them. It's kind of good to be in that race.
It wasn't even like the deadlift, didn't even feel like a deadlift. It felt like I was picking up a farmer's carry forever.
Yeah, I wanted to do all 10, but I couldn't. They're a bit more balanced, like in some of the strengths and weaknesses. We're really strong in some things, and we're not all really strong in the same thing.
A quick skills session puts the first day of team camp to bed. The next morning would provide one of the most demanding tests of the weekend. Spirits were high amongst the teams.
Who made this? It's hilarious. Then why does it say Schaefer Ryan at the bottom? What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh. Are you sure it's a filter? Make that face. Holy shit, that's not a filter. Just a bad angle, I guess.
Thanks, Ryan. Good luck, Rich. I hope you win stuff.
You can tell how old you're getting by how much more you have to warm up.
I get the harder workout yesterday. I get the closet for a bed. Shit rock. I call that's the master's band right there. You know, I was competing when Rich was competing. That's how I'm still here. I'm old, man. It's a reminder. It reminds me to, you know, you're not who you used to be. You gotta.
It reminds you to tell your loved ones good. I love you good before you go to bed.
This could be the last.
Any day
time.
could be your last.
Any day could be your last.
I just gave him some like suggestions, minor changes. I thought they were pretty good. And then, like I said, just some little things that just to think about. Like, hey, this one, the way he originally had it planned, it was all run, which the games is historically a lot of just running. But I was like, add a couple rope climbs. It's not going to mess anything up.
This is what it's gonna feel like. Just so you're aware. It's gonna be me back here. Oh, please, here we go.
Everyone good with the flow?
I seen this workout program and I was like, oh my goodness, here we go.
It was hot. It had rained the day before. It was humid. Sweat wasn't drying very quickly.
Just felt like the games. It's the best way to put it. Like it's hot, it's uncomfortable, it's long, it's sweaty.
Scariest environment imaginable. That's all you're gonna say. Scariest environment imaginable.
Throwing you a ruck and a really seemingly impossible task, and you just got to get through it.
Almost at 200 on the third round. Like you just saw, the first one was like here, and then it goes down for the rope climbs, and then it goes up for the second mile, down, and then just skyrockets on the third one.
It was good for Kyra mentally to know I can feel really messed up, but I can still keep my run pace consistent and be okay when I get back.
They'd do a couple of male pairings and then dip out and stuff. We were doing more of a, like we each stick to a rope and kind of go 1 for 1. So we were getting them on the run, they would come back on the rope climb, and then it came into like a really like tight race for the last 12 rope climbs.
I can't climb it. Like, you're gonna have to figure it out. I can't climb that rope. I'm gonna fall.
It was to the point where like it didn't even matter how much chalk you had on your hands.
It was really refreshing to see like when we're all in the same boat. It's not just us that are suffering. Like independents dealing with the same stuff too. So it's just keep on keeping on.
I'm gonna keep falling every single time.
Alright, can you get one more?
Time 35.
Competing with not just yourself, the other team, but the elements as well. That's, you know, you got to be smart with how you approach it from a fatigue management standpoint, heat standpoint, grip standpoint. It was a good workout.
We did 12.5 rope climbs. We did 3 singles on this rope before we started doing doubles again. And we had to wait on this, so we would have caught them. That sucks. Hey, what are you doing? You busy? Yeah, we have a question about a workout. How quick will you be out here? How quick will you be done? Okay, alright. See you in a second. Yeah. Who's this? Dick. He's coming down? Yeah, he's gonna come figure this workout out for us. Hey, all we know right now is that we're warming up for pegboards, burpees, and worm squats. He'll be down here in 10 to 15 minutes to figure the rest of it out for us.
5 rounds,
1,
1, 6,
6, and 20.
So it's the same amount of burpees, right?
the bag was also in a wrong spot. She had like a lot of it in front of her too. So yeah, the whole thing. So we just made a quick transition there. I was in front, and that's just a lesson we learned for the games. I'll have to be in front for the squats.
That was confidence boosting in the way of like, yeah, you know, especially at the games when you're lined up with your competition and it's a race and, you know, men will die for points kind of thing, you will probably go a lot deeper in the hole. So that was probably one of those workouts that while we like lost the race, we learned the most probably, which is exactly why we do the training weekend, as you said, like before the games, is to learn it now and get the points later.
There you go, good spot right there. There you go, good.
It's really good to, we don't have the luxury of training with anyone back home on a teams-wise, based on the results we got from the quarterfinals and the Open. You know, we knew that we have the potential to be a really good team at the games this year. So this is the first time we've been able to train against, you know, another team of that caliber. So super valuable. Mindset perspective around staying in your own lane, but also, you know, a little bit of that competition awareness is very important. And it's hard to turn that on if you haven't had any competition that's pushed you super hard. So that's been super valuable. Yeah, trying different things, different combinations that we may not have tried yet in the season on certain movements. So yeah, so far so good. Really valuable stuff.
I miss that. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's fun suffering with other people, especially when I'm just grinding away on a bike right now by myself. I am on Andrew Jackson though.
30 snatches split, 205, 135. In the remaining time of 10 minutes, establish a 1 rep max snatch.
We did the 30 for time at 135. She was doing like 2 or 3 to my 1, sometimes even 4. And it was power snatches for her, and there was squat for me. So it was, good confidence boost for her. They felt fine for me. She can just cycle it so much easier. So for a time, it was better for her to just keep plugging away at those reps.
Angelo was a one-man hype crew for himself.
Yeah, I was ready to party.
Doors open, here I come! Here he comes!
The doors open. And I didn't believe him when he said he hit 280s.
He's ready for 290.
What? Like, someone weigh those plates. How is he hitting 280? This dude, like, he's a little, like, praying mantis under the bar.
Who left the door open for me?
And then it turns out that he actually had a really good attempt at 310 pounds.
Oh my God. I could have done it too! I could have done it! Was that 225? It's 300! 85. It's 310, isn't it? It's 310!
I'm a game time athlete. I need the lights on. I need to be able to, I need someone to beat. Maybe, you know, just because it's a friendly competition. Like if I really want to beat somebody, I'm going to do everything I can to try to beat them. So by hyping myself up to beat him, I just pulled out like just a performance that I normally wouldn't be able to do.
Mayhem athlete Victoria Campos has already lived in more places than many of us will be lucky enough to visit in our lifetimes. Brazil, Hong Kong, and New Zealand, to name a few. But it was when she moved to Cookeville that her CrossFit Games career took flight. 2022 started as a highlight reel for Vic, punctuated by a gold medal at the South America semifinal. The taste of victory, however, would be fleeting, as Vic's rookie season in Madison delivered disappointment.
Victoria did a great job last year in Brazil qualifying, winning the South American semifinal, went to the games. She had a bit of an accident on the second workout. She was injured throughout the whole weekend, so the experience for her was not great. I remember her saying Sunday, the last day of the CrossFit Games, I'm not doing this again.
I 100% felt that pressure. It was super overwhelming the first couple days. And then after the first couple days, it was just a survival mode kind of thing. I didn't really get to enjoy myself and compete and feel like, you know, in the field. It just messes up with you mentally a lot. I was finding ways to just like try to just suck it up and go, but it's really hard when you're not feeling 100%. It was tough. It was a lot different than I expected, to be honest, but it was an amazing experience nonetheless, and I am really happy to be here. I'm really proud to be here, to made it all the way here. I did my best effort out there with the circumstances, and I left everything on the floor, so I'm proud of that.
2023 would prove that Vic's extreme physical gifts are complemented by a robust emotional resilience. She is intentional with her time away from competition, nurturing passions outside the CrossFit gym, and leaning into the belief that absence can make the heart grow fonder.
I take my off season seriously too, so I really like to relax. I do my thing. I go surfing. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I travel a lot, and I love doing that. Getting out of the gym. So then when I come back, I'm hungrier. I wanna, do better than whatever I did before. I wanna be better.
When you have this competitor soul, you go back to it. Just take a couple of weeks and then you go back to it. And she went to Copa Sur this year. She won again, and I was not so surprised to the fact that she would win, but I was more surprised to the fact that she became a complete different competitor.
It's good to be back in the game. I know what I'm doing. Of course, I want to win. There's no other outcome in my head. I'm there to win. This year training just made me even more confident that, I know what I need to do to get there and get the job done. Last year when I won the first time, I was over the moon, really, really excited. And of course I was really excited this year, but I'm I know how to do this. It was almost like I have the key to it. I feel like I got this kind of sorted out. We're gonna celebrate today, and the next day, and the day after.
Are you naturally a morning person?
It takes me about an hour to be a morning person after I wake up. So I just eat a little bit of oats when I put my collagen and protein, berries, strawberries, and banana. Go party. I'm a good boy. Why is one little banana be gentle? My gentle boy. I like eating banana. My berries, no.
Has Cookville grown on you?
Yeah. During the no cold times, during the summer times, I love it. The winter, I'm I'm not doing that again. God, no. When it's always 60s, I'm no. It needs to be 70s. Gun and rotations, the morning checkups. Hopefully this week a little bit less volume, tapering for games. We'll do a bunch of accessories and then crazy Facundo workouts. There you go. Just gonna change. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good day. I'll be right back. You want to catch my wardrobe? My little wardrobe. Good morning.
You're supposed to now make fun of my shirt because that's what Roman did.
I'm not Roma.
That's true. You're a lot nicer.
Winning a second championship in South America has armed Vic with confidence that she will lean on in Madison this year. But she has not allowed it to change her. Her disposition is natural and easygoing, joyful.
Mommy.
With confidence earned through training in Cookeville and verified in competition, she's at peace with letting the chips fall as they will.
I think the biggest change of Vicky is a mental change. She's been doing a lot of sports throughout the years, and she always had a very decent level of fitness. Of course, she improved enormously since she came to Mayhem. She gained in self-confidence, she gained a lot of experience, and she knows where she's standing. She knows better than before what are her strong points, her weak points, and even in her weak points, how to deal with them more efficiently.
So, I don't know what that means because it doesn't give us
the height.
I'm thinking 24 is high for today. And then 10 toe to ring. So you go from the toe to ring back to the toe to bar.
Oh God.
2-minute rest, L-sit on the parallettes, 5-minute rest, 3 rounds, 10 depth push-ups, 12 cal row, 10 L-sit strict pull-ups.
So I just need to remember the first one, which is steps to handstand, echo, double crossovers. First one. I learned a lot. They throw you a lot of new stuff, so you can't just stay caught in one way of doing things. You have to really adapt and really try everything and just put your head down and work. Unbroken double crossovers. It's always a hit or miss. Stretch, fine. After this many throws to bar. I'm excited. I can't wait. Like, I really want to do it again, you know, like, and do it better. That's it. That's the goal. I know how it feels to be there. You know, I've been there before. It's not going to be everything a surprise and overwhelming like last year. So hopefully this year I'll just get there and do my thing.
Everything's good. Just doing what I need to do to show up and do my best in a couple of weeks.
Half a world away in Tapering, Serbia, Lazar Djukic has spent the last 12 months hard at work, meticulously honing his craft, with a singular focus on the podium in Madison.
How would I describe Lazar in one word? He's clever.
Body's feeling great, head is feeling great. That was the only concern for me staying home, was not to have anybody that will push me like last year when I was in Cookeville, but like with my brother here and Anya and mom, like everybody is here to help me and support me, so all is going well for now, and yeah, excited to show what I've been working on for the past year. Let's go.
coach is still not here. He told me to be here at 9. It's 9:05. He's coming, but yeah, just about to start warm up. He's gonna come and yeah, then the hardest session of the week. Everything's good. Just doing what I need to do to show up and do my best in a couple of weeks. Body's feeling good. Mind is as good as ever. And yeah, here's the coach. Yeah.
Ok, vežbice za stopala.
Ako, evo ga bolje, bravo.
Popi malo vode, ajde, popi malo vode, ajde, sedi malo, dođi ovdje, sedi u hladovinu.
Last year, also as this year, last year I felt like I'm a good overall athlete. I didn't have that many weaknesses, and it showed. I placed 8th.
So after the games, of course, it's very important to make a balance and say, okay, these are things that we are under control, we have under control at this stage, but there are things that need to be improved. Lazar was going back to Serbia, and we discussed about going to see expert on each field to help him, not just a specific adaptation, but that Lazar would become also more knowledgeable about why was it missing and what was the most proper and more clever way to improve that weakness.
The difference from last year is that I improved everything so much, and I fixed a lot of holes. I've been working on stuff that I didn't really work on in the past 2 years. Yeah, I'm just super confident in my new abilities and my new strengths, and yeah, excited to show it.
It's good. It was easier than expected, to be honest, and my pace was very good. So yeah, good session. A bit crowded today, and there are some works on the track, but it is what it is. Still very good session, but yeah, usually not this crowded because there's an army there, and there's like builders doing something. So yeah.
How do you think like the past year and a half working with the running coach has helped you not only in the running but like overall fitness?
I would say mentally it was the biggest difference, because I'm coming to this session preparing for the verse every week, and I've been doing that for like, I was the only guy here running on when it was winter. Now it's nice, like sunny, you run without your shirt, blah blah blah, but like the real work has been done in the winter when I was running in my gloves and the hat and like full long sleeves, and yeah, but mentally it was the biggest difference. Like the biggest difference that happened was mental, because like now when I look at the workout, and it can't hurt as much as 800-meter sprint or 500-meter sprint. So yeah, it helped me a lot, both like fitness-wise and head-wise. Imaš lapove I stop.
Merit ću na telefonu overall time, a ovdje ću lapove stop.
Okay, so we are at Anja's parents' house on the mountain, like the only mountain that we have in Vojvodina, which is part where I live, and we have a like big uphill, and we're gonna do sprints, and then we're gonna do some workout with Husafel and D-ball and kettlebells and rock and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. you need to do it. Like, for me, there's not an option. Like, I really don't want to, but I need to. So, like, I had 3 pieces coming here. Facundo put like uphill running, then a workout with slam ball, Husafel, farmer, then rest, then another workout with double under, Husafel, farmer, double under. And there's 3 pieces. It's not negotiable. So, like, just do what you've been asked to do, and you're gonna get better out of it, like both mentally, physically. So there just isn't an option. Successful people do what successful people need to do in order to be successful, whether they feel like it or not.
I think that nowadays athletes tend to get lost in their fitness and don't put much of an effort in understanding the sport. And I think that Lazar, during this last year, besides getting fitter and fitter and working really hard, he spent some time trying to decipher the sport and what was the best way for him to train and to compete. And therefore, I think that has an advantage in terms of he knows very well where he's standing at the moment. And not many athletes that are competing nowadays have that advantage.
My training was only for the games, for the whole year. I've been talking to Facundo, and he was always confident in my abilities, and we didn't really prep for the Open, didn't really prep for the quarterfinals or the semis. The whole year was designed to make me the best possible athlete when the games come. I feel like it's always constant need to prove myself. Like maybe coming from a small country, and people, even though I win my semifinals very dominantly, people are still considering me underdog, which is kind of weird. I know I've been working on my weaknesses a lot, and I didn't really have the opportunity to show just how much I improved. So that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most, just to show how much I improved and to show how serious I am about this goal that I have.
Back in Cookeville, athletes who have traveled from around the world are putting the finishing touches on their fitness before heading to Madison as well.
We're gonna revisit the wall walk thruster workout from the 2021 games.
We're gonna die on the mat.
Oh. It's not a hard workout.
It's fine. I guess we just have to start. I'm more concerned about the rest of the day.
You guys ready? Are we ready? Are you ready? We are always ready.
I don't think pacing the swim is gonna be an issue.
You think so?
No, I'm saying if you go fast or slow, you're gonna be the same pace, I feel like.
Yeah.
The work is the workout, you know. 75 thrusters. What was your set on the thruster? 7. And then 1 set of 5 at the end. I was trying to overpace that, like let you guys go ahead of me, try to stay with y'all, and jump you at the end.
What? Shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Thruster was so long.
Huh? Yeah.
The thrusters.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
I control my pace on the thruster and I push on the lunging.
It was like a hot tub.
So painful.
Dude, you look good on the D-ball.
Yeah,
You moved it like a champ, bro.
If I would be like alone,
you caught me.
I would get you on.
Yeah.
You like the D-ball? Yeah, somehow I felt good. Maybe I paced because swimming is not my strongest side. As I could see, like 2 laps, they beat me by like 1. I don't know how you call this, like one buoy. So, but still, felt good.
You like coming here and having a push for a couple weeks?
Oh yes, I'm just happy, you know, to be here to train. Usually I train alone, and here I have like everything I was missing, like D-ball training. First time touching D-ball, so.
And he'll never put his gym equipment in under the plane again.
And swimming, yeah, I haven't like swum so much. I need my luggage.
I need my luggage.
Did you finish it or not? What? The movie? No. Are you going? It was on the plane. Are you going to finish it? Someday. Did you hear that?
What now?
Oh, this was watching Magic Mike on the plane.
Did you like it?
It was best option. Hey, don't respond to that, bro. Because I watched John Wick 4, Creed 3, then
He was
I
trying
watched
to
random movie.
Hey, he was trying to get inspired for his after career after CrossFit.
Latvian dancer.
The shape is already there. You just have to learn to.
Bro, you got the abs, bro. I'm sure there's Latvian girls and all that.
I just need to dance.
He's got a girl
I
though.
just need to dance.
Hey, don't worry. If this is going on YouTube, oldest is taken.
What's it like to be able to train with people?
That's good. I always train alone in my garage. That's nice. I'm doing a lot of stuff that I'm not used to. So it's good to be not comfortable.
What's up?
What's it like getting to train with people instead of by yourself?
At home I have some people who come in the morning, in the evening, but yeah, usually I train alone. Of course this is completely different to see like this high of level athletes and train together. Like this workout I knew I will be last one on the swim because I haven't done this year so much swimming. So I should train more swimming, but yeah, I was catching up on all those 3 movements. And overall, I'm just happy to be here, you know.
Yeah.
Just happy to be in Cookville, to adapt.
You
With
did this
this.
last year, did you? You didn't
Yeah, I
come
did,
early?
and I felt like perfect for the games. So this year I decided I will do the same. I could even come like earlier, but I had competition. So I could come even like 1 month before and that would be really good.
CrossFit is for gyms. The CrossFit Games are for flexing your capacities in the real world, on land, and sometimes even in the sea. Well, water at least. With this in mind, the teams from Mayhem would start their final day of camp with a test that featured the infamous pond of Rich Froning Sr.
Morning.
Good morning. Yeah, alligator. Nice. What'd you call it?
Crocodile?
Well,
They're different kind of
they're
animals.
different animals. Crocodile and alligator are different. Crocodiles will kill you for fun. Alligators will just eat you if they're hungry. Crocodiles
I
just
don't think we
hate
have
people.
crocodiles in the U.S., do we?
No.
No.
I don't think we have alligators. Well, we
think
certainly
we have
don't. We certainly don't have alligators where we are. Like we have.
I don't know. Yeah, I know you have crocs. I'm not.
We have crocs.
I don't know if you have.
Do you have any crocodile fun facts?
Fun facts?
Yeah.
Well, I have facts. I don't know if they're fun though.
You have to fight any fires yesterday on your off day?
No.
He doesn't
My
do
off day.
shit.
I brought him dinner once at work and walked in. It looks like a frat house in there. You just hang out. They were eating cake and steak.
I believe we're gonna do 5 rounds. 1 lap swim, 1,000 meters on the bike erg, and then 1 lap run. The classic TWR run.
It's a good one.
How's it been swimming with the Aussies? Are y'all giving them a run for their money?
Well, you know, they're Aussies, so even if they say they're slow, they're fast. It's stupid.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your swimming?
11.
Oh shit!
I don't know. What's a 10? Like Phelps?
Yeah.
11.
6.3.
Oh, there we go.
I like this workout.
Oh.
It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
It's been cloudy the last week, so it's nice to have some sun. Feels like it storms every single day here.
Yeah. How
Because it does. It does.
how has the weekend gone for you guys?
Good. I think they've, what is it? We're kind of keeping score. It's like 5-3. I think they've beat us 5 times. We beat them 3 times. But it's been close, so it's going good.
5 rounds, 1, and run.
You know, they say best the West, second the best.
All right, Scott. Yep.
My swimming's come a really long way, and just in the last like 4 months. I think that just the volume in the pool and in the pond and at Bob's house is just starting to give me more confidence in the water, to a point where like swimming becomes more of a recovery from the bike and run, where before I'd be totally dying.
It was just good to just get out in the sun, get out in the heat, get in the water at high heart rate, just like real CrossFit game style, like endurance, piece, like just a long time just sucking.
I usually try to stay with Angelo. I try really hard.
Don't.
It never happens. I'm like 2-3 minutes behind every time. We had the Australians here, and
They're notoriously good swimmers.
they're notoriously good swimmers. So it was kind of a goal in the back of my head to just try to stay with them and beat them if possible.
For our girls, Christy's by far and away the strongest swimmer on the team. Me and Royce are pretty even in the pool. We did a swim workout a few days back here as well, and we just went with each other the entire way because we're basically like for like in terms of swimming, and I'd say running too. And then the biker, Royce is a slightly stronger biker than I am. I also discovered that I'm a reasonably strong swimmer in a pool, but I absolutely suck at going around buoys. So I was terrible at like spotting and figuring out where I needed to go, and so I probably lost a bit of time there as well. So fingers crossed the swim for me is in the pool, but if not, I'll just navigate it.
Okay, yeah. I don't mind the swim. Maybe like a longer swim would be more beneficial.
Yeah.
It's a bit short, that swim. Everyone thinks that Aussies are really good at swimming,
but it's only if you raise on the coast.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you're in what's it called, the bush?
The bush, yeah, like where Ricky's from.
Yeah.
Ricky's from the bush. He counts himself not great at swimming, but yeah, like myself, Khan, James, we grew up doing surf life saving.
Yeah.
So like you just have to get in the water.
Is that the only job in Australia? Because everyone that does
the only job
is a surf.
Well, if you're raised on the coast, yeah, like your parents, they just put you in surf life saving because it was a sport on a Sunday morning.
Okay.
So I think they'd probably put us in it because it got us out of the house for 4 hours on a Sunday.
We swam the same, we biked the same, we ran the same.
Yeah.
So like it was never, we weren't catching each other.
Yeah. Yeah. There were only 2 rounds. Mine was waiting.
Okay.
For maybe 15 seconds.
Okay, that's good.
So it just made me bike a bit faster, but
yeah. That's probably perfect actually. A little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
No, pace the swim a little bit, and then
and then get down there and push
the bike because I just kept going faster. I kept waiting for longer, so I started pacing it more.
Yeah.
And then saved the last round for a huge push.
I think
I was delirious in that back run. I was like leaping down the hill, just like I'm gonna roll my ankle. I'm just full sending it.
A fan favorite at every CrossFit Games is the introduction of new and often odd implements that the athletes must figure out and overcome in real time. Mayhem is one of the few places on Earth they can get their hands on tools used in years past. The Mayhem teams plan to take advantage of this.
We're about to do the 2022 CrossFit Games muscle pick. 4 rounds of 10 pig flips between the females, 10 between the males, and then 10 4-person synchro muscle ups.
I feel like that workout like really embodies North Park at the games. You're doing something on the rig and you're going and doing something heavy, odd object, and it's just a really cool workout.
If you're trying to test pig and trying to test muscle ups, you could make up a workout of your own, or you could pick a workout that you know works and has the desired effect on the field. If it's something that you didn't like the first time around for whatever reason, you want to prove yourself that you've conquered that.
I actually really struggled with this workout last year at the games. So that's why we tried to get a pig made at home so that we could practice it.
We pretty much did the exact same strategy that we had at the games, and we went faster here. You know, you can't mimic the game workouts perfectly, but what I felt last year, this felt faster than what I could remember from the games last year, so that's a really good confidence boost.
Me personally struggled with that many muscle ups last year, so this was a huge improvement.
Both teams were hungry to take that win just because it was the last one.
You've got to treat every workout like it's a winner-takes-all workout. If you don't have that attitude, you know, it's going to make it all the more hard to win. So we were going into that workout regardless, knowing that we wanted to put a strong performance together, both for us and hopefully to seal off or cap off a great training weekend.
That's as close as we can get to it, yeah.
And then the pigs at the game still felt fine.
It's not perfect, but it's very close. Very similar. Yeah, and it helped, and all you guys did so well.
The camp has extracted the teams from the typical vacuum of games training, where progress can only be measured against air and conjecture. Of course, this sample size is far too small to accurately predict how they will stack up against a field of 38 teams when faced with a brand new set of unknown challenges and the pressures of game day. But that was never the purpose of this camp. The pregame lift came from the camaraderie CrossFit Games athletes can only find amongst the elite few, who live the same life of endless training sessions, sacrifice, and dedication this sport demands. Yes, they are suffering together, but they love it.
You could probably sum it up with it's the same reason why people climb mountains or why people first set sail across oceans. You just want to know what you can really do if you go all in on something. It's that I want to conquer the ocean, I want to climb Mount Everest, I just want to do more than what I'm doing, and I want to come up short, I want to fail, so then I can go back and beat that thing, and then there's more triumph in beating the thing that you couldn't do than just being able to do it great the first time. One day it'll go, I suppose, that flame blows out eventually, but right now, while it's burning, it can't be ignored.
With Madison closing in, the athletes look ahead, highlighting what sets the team competition apart. They don't draw confidence and inspiration from themselves, but from the men and women alongside them.
I trust what we've done. Angela's done a good job leading us through this season. I've done things that I never thought I could do. I feel more confident this year than I ever have, and in myself personally and in you guys.
We're training as a team at CrossFit Mayhem, who is notoriously the most successful gym to compete on a team at. Really trust the guidance of like Jake and Rich, and even Angelo been doing a ton of our programming for our team this year. So I'm really confident heading into the games with these three.
I have full faith and trust in the three people beside me, and we've put ourselves through hell and back many times over, not just in the last 7-8 weeks, but over the course of the year, really.
And I trust their abilities, I trust my ability, and that, you know, we'll put our best efforts forward when it comes to a week's time, when it's time to like go out in North Park or in the Coliseum and perform these events.
If you ask me, I want to win everything. I know where my skill set's at, and I know where these guys' skill set is at. I felt them in training compared to last year. I know how we did it last year. We can win events. Like, I think that these guys felt that at semifinals. We can win against the best teams.
We all know that our fitness is there. All four of us are confident. I think it really just comes down to just the execution.
We went against the hardest teams. We took fourth. We had one slip up. We had events where we were pushing the best teams. So we're right there. We line the events up well. We're top 5, we're top 3, we're on the podium. Like, I think that's the goal.
We should be a top 5 team. I believe that based on what we've done so far. Podium and above is what we believe we're capable of.
We wanted to put an Australian team on the podium. It's never been done. I'm not afraid to say that I'm here firmly because I believe we can do it, and that's what we're going to go out and hopefully do in 10 days' time.
So we are here at Bob. This is Crossville, close to Cookville. He's an amazing friend of ours who always lends us this beautiful space. And we are going to make maybe a bit of a combination of movements and get to swim in open water just before the games.
I mean, this is like a toy store. I feel like a boy in a toy store.
Maybe I'm yellow, no? I'm smaller. Who's gonna teach us how to do this?
You need to figure it out on your own.
Figure it out? Okay.
So if you can go forward and dip it down and bring it down even instead of like that, you follow me?
Yeah.
All rowing's that way. The less friction, every action has a reaction. The reaction of this is the reaction gets slower. The reaction of this is that the boat takes off. And what's really quite unique is that the boat doesn't get speed until you bring your paddle out. It's not when it's in, it gets a speed as you're doing out.
Kayak,
1,000. Swim 1,000.
To the second boy there, 500.
Swim 500.
1,000, 500.
Back to kayak.
Yeah. Huh? No, this is the workout.
Ah, okay.
First time in a kayak. Let's do it. Oh, I got a different paddle. Okay, smaller.
Bigger.
Bigger? Okay. It was different last year than this year. That was like, I was going back and forth with who to train with. You know, I was just training with everyone, really. And I'm like, Rama, can I train with you one day? And he's like, yes, tomorrow, 8:30. Don't be late. I'm like, okay, I'll be there. And then I just kept showing up at 8:30, 8:31, and he would be pissed at me. He's like, Vika, you're late. Having him like every day at the same time, following this, the programming, I feel ready. I feel strong.
I'm finally on my way to all my better days. Don't care what people say, I make the world my stage. Life is a beach, I hit the ocean trying to catch a wave. Dive in the water, all my problems seem to float away. I'ma keep it real, I just wanna chill. I don't worry about a thing, I just do it for the thrill.
Well, with the experience from last year, I feel like I'm ready to do better. I know what to expect. I know what the warm-up area looks like. I know what is the trajectory that we do. It's nothing a surprise anymore. And physically, I totally put my head down this year, and I'm just doing as much as I can so I feel ready and I don't get any surprises when I'm there.
Good life is a good, good life. Good life is a good, good life right now. Good life is a good, good life. It's a good life right now. Good life is a good, good life. Good life is a good, good life right now. Good life is a good, good life. It's a good life right now.
I was gonna catch you. I'm really happy. I'm really happy where I'm at right now. Oh, I was just trying things out as we go. It was fun. It was good. It was good to get a touch on the kayak. And
have you done much on kayaks? Was that your first time?
Yeah. I mean, last year I did a little bit, but without the pedal, yeah. Yeah, last year I got the same kayak, but no pedal. I was just going with the arms. That was hard too. That was really hard. But yeah, with the pedal, today was the first time. It's good. We don't know the technique, so you just try to figure out as you go. And then I was changing my technique all the time. I was just like trying to see what works, what doesn't.
You're boom, boom, this, not this. Because every time you do that, you're dragging. You're taking the boat. It isn't that the boat's made to go like this, not like this.
Yeah.
So you're taking the surface area of the boat and making it more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's rocking.
The clock has run out on preparation. Now the taper is on, and the time has come to showcase another year of hard work in Madison.
We got the work done. We got a lot of work done. I feel like we've been actually training for the games before even semifinals. So we were training really hard, doing really like hard stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this is games training. Roma is like, yeah, you're training for the games.
Come on, you're almost there. Go, Vic.
Good, Vic, doing good, come on.
Come on, fight, you got it.
I want to fight to the end and get to the last day of competition.
The road to Madison has been long and winding, but at last, we have arrived. As the ball now drops and the final countdown ushering in the CrossFit New Year commences, there will be no calm before the storm. Rather, the hype will crescendo to a fever pitch. Pundits, diehard fans, and the community at large will passionately volley predictions, swear by assurances of success, and place friendly wagers. But absolutely none of that matters on game day. The past is the past. Historical performance means nothing. Titles are not earned by popular vote, and no claims can be made without evidence to back it up. At the crucible of the CrossFit Games, you have to prove your fitness. We'll see you in Madison.